Hello and a warm welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm actually making this video live as I speak, but like I said, when it goes up on the YouTube channel it won't be live. I'm making this video for the final part of my Doctor Who Super Quiz. These are the answers. A couple of days ago it should have gone on right away, but unfortunately I got bogged down with all my groups. I've got 150 of them, so unfortunately I didn't get round to doing it. I'll tell you what time it is at the moment. I've just finished now and it's now 7:25. There you have it. So I've been very busy. So anyway, I've got a lot to tell you about, but I'll wait until I've done the quiz. So I'm going to give you 20 answers to the quiz questions I asked a few days ago on my last Doctor Who Super Quiz Part 5. Right, okay then. We start off with the first question. You got your pen and paper handy. While you're getting that, I'm just going to have a sip of this so I keep my voice lubricated. There you go. Excellent. Quick fag. Got your pen yet? Yeah, you got it? Right, let's start then. Right, just playing a bit of delaying tactics there. Here we go. Right, question 1. The first Doctor Who story to be broadcast in 3D was Dimensions of Time in 1993. What I want to know is, where are we? Yeah. What was the other 3D adventure they did? And it was Day of the Doctor wasn't Day of the Doctor wasn't the first Doctor Who story to be broadcast in 3D. Oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. I do apologise. This is what I call live broadcasting. You can make a right cock up of it. I'll repeat it again. I was reading the answers, the questions. This is the questions, they're the answers. I've got my notes all muddled up. Sorry about that, but that's live broadcasting for you. And a complete pillock like myself to make it work. So anyway, I'll do it again. The Day of the Doctor wasn't the first Doctor Who story to be broadcast in 3D. What was the first? And I've just told you the answer. The first Doctor Who story to be broadcast in 3D, remember that JNT one? It was rubbish. It had all the doctors in it, but it was a bad plot, and it was made for children in need, obviously, in 1993. I think it was after 3 years Doctor Who had been taken off the air, so John Nathan Turner decided to make one for the viewers again, you know, all the Doctor Who fans. But it wasn't very good, and you'll know why when I mention the title. Dimensions of Time was the one they made in 3D, so you had to have those stupid glasses to watch it. I don't think it was worth watching. I think they should have darkened the bloody glasses myself, because it was rubbish. It was totally, it wasn't the best one. It was the worst thing since Doctor in Distress, when they did that Doctor Who appeal to save Doctor Who in 1986 or something, and had all those stars. Remember that one? No, less best forget. So that's the answer to question 1. Question 2. There we are, question 2. Rose was the first Doctor Who episode named after a companion, but what was the first episode title to contain the name of a companion hidden inside another word? And the answer was, the first episode to contain the name of a companion hidden within it is Strangers in Space, which contains Ace. The first story of to contain the name of a companion is Planet of Giants, which contains Ian. That's the word, Ian. So I'll repeat that again. I'll go a bit quicker this time. The first episode to contain the name of a companion hidden within it is Strangers in Space, which contains Ace, the former Doctor Who companion, and the first story to contain the name of a companion in Planet of Giants. Remember that? 1964, I think. Was which contains Ian. That's the word I was looking for, Ian. Right, question 3, moving on quickly from that one. Van Gogh in Vincent and the Doctor wasn't the first Dutch character to have appeared in Doctor Who. Who was the first? And the answer is Van Leurens in Fury from the Deep. Van Leurens in Fury from the Deep. That's an adventure in 1967 that starred Patrick Troughton. Remember that one? That's the question number 3. Right, moving on to question 4. I'm going to move a bit quicker now because it's early hours in the morning and I'm getting tired, so I can understand I'm making mistakes. What instruction does the Doctor write in both Blink and the 11th hour? Well, that's easy. I don't have to look at the answer for that because I know it. Doc. Doc. Remember? She pulled the wallpaper off, Sally Sparrow. She pulled the wallpaper off and it said Doc. And she did, because obviously there's a weeping angel about. I think that was probably Stephen Moffat's finest piece of work he did, actually. Anyway, that was in Blink. So the word I'm looking for is Doc. Right, question 5. Apart from the TARDIS, which 3 women have some legitimate claim to being the Doctor's wife? I think you know one of them anyway. The answer is, according to River Song and She Should Know, Elizabeth I. Martin, Monroe, and Cleopatra. Hundreds of, I think they're referenced in a book or whatever, and also on the actual television show. So I'll repeat the answers again. The answer was River Song, obviously, Elizabeth I, because that was Day of the Doctor, wasn't it? And of course, where is it? There it is. Question. River Song and this is what I'm talking about. I should have done it a bit later. I would have been wide awake then. But you must forgive me. So it's River Song, we all know. Elizabeth I was the second one. And Marilyn Monroe and Cleopatra. Well, Cleopatra was River Song. Remember in the final adventure of Matt Smith's first season. I think it was episode 12. It's when the Pandorica opens and all that. Convoluted, a bit convoluted for me to understand. I think nobody understood what Moffat was trying to write. At the end of the day, I just lost the plot with it. I felt he tried to do too much, and it lost a lot of people. But anyway, never mind. Right, moving on to question 6. So anyway, if you didn't get that, it was Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth I, and of course River Song herself. Right, okay, moving on to swiftly. Which a returning companion in the Stolen Earth Journey's End had not encountered the Daleks before? Which returning companion in the Stolen Earth and Journey's End had not encountered the Daleks before? Right, the answer is K9, having been too unwell to leave the TARDIS in Destiny of the Daleks. Remember that in 1979, and I think David Brearley was the voice of K9 because the usual one, John Leeson, was busy doing something else at the time, so that's why he had to fill in. But anyway, that's the reason, because K9 was in it, but he was only in it at the very beginning, and he stayed in the TARDIS. You know that anyway. Right, question 7. Human nature, the Doctor, in Human Nature, the Doctor sees a baby from being crushed by a piano. In which 2 stories does the 12th Doctor refer to the danger of having a piano fall on you? And the answer is, the Doctor refers to the falling piano in Deep Breath and the Husbands of River Song. Right, question 8. As well as Dalek, what other episode titles from 2005 are mentioned in the dialogue in Dalek? And the answer is Rose, World War III and Bad Wolf. Right, moving on to question 9. Which story featured a time-travelling fireplace before The Girl in the Fireplace? In other words, what other story did before Stephen Moffat's... actually, not a bad story, actually, for Stephen Moffat. He didn't do a build-up, he just did it properly, you know, like he just wrote the story as he would do. I think that was under Russell T Davis's era, so I can see why it was a good story. Anyway, the answer to that, making sure that don't go out, running out of power. Question 9, where am I? Bear with me. Castrovalva, the Master's TARDIS, was disguised as a fireplace. Remember that? That's the one, the Master played by Anthony Ainley. It was Peter Davison's first adventure in 1982. That's when they brought the episodes out on Monday and Tuesday, and then next week they brought it out on Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know. It was a weird schedule the BBC had, but anyway, it was shown twice a week, but over 4 episodes. Well, two weeks. They put the 4 episodes in. That's what they did. Apart from the King's Demons, that only had 2 episodes. Anyway, moving on for what I should say, not really very interesting information there, because you already know that. Right, moving on to, where are we? Yeah, question 10. We're halfway there. Thank God for that. The titles of the Zygon Invasion and the Zygon Inversion are, of course, very similar, but which Doctor Who story has the title of an earlier Doctor Who story, but with just the last letter changed? Right, and the answer is Rosa, being Rose with the last letter changed. Yes, believe it or not, Rosa. That was the 3rd adventure of Chris Chibnall's. He decided to use Doctor Who for an historic angle. Obviously it was controversial. I'm not going to comment on that because there's a lot of people doing that for me, so I won't go into that. But anyway, it was Rosa, because that's the last letter changed. So anyway, moving on to question 11, I believe. Yeah, 11. We are on 11. Right, here we go. Question 11. In which story did the Doctor mention Pompeii prior to visiting in the fires of Pompeii? Specifically, the Doctor, not one of his companions. And the answer is the brain of Morbius. The brain of Morbius. Okay? Right, moving on to question 12. In Listen, the Doctor describes Orson Pink as Robinson Crusoe at the end of time. Who did the Doctor then meet, named after a character from that novel? And the answer is Friday, the Ice Warriors in Empress of Mars. I liked that one. I don't know why. I just liked it. It's a bit better than the one when they're in the submarine anyway. So I think that was written by Mark Gatiss as well. So anyway, moving on to question 13. Where does the phrase an adventure in space and time come from? And the answer is it was a descriptor used in Radio Times listings for the stories of the first 2 Doctors. Did you get that? It was a descriptor used in Radio Times listings for the stories of the first 2 Doctors. Okay, there you go. There's the answer. Right, now question 14. In the rings of... Oh, I hate this one. I can't pronounce this ruddy title, but I'm going to try my best. In the rings of... I think you've got the idea. I think it was Matt Smith's third season, and it was Clara Oswald's first season as the assistant. But it's called the Rings of Akaten or something like that. Some stupid name. Anyway, getting on with it. In the Rings of Akaten, I think I pronounced it right, who ends up with Clara's mother's ring? And the answer is... Where are we? That's question 14, right. Sorry about that. Clara, she gets her ring back right at the end. So it's Clara all along, right? I know it's pointless, but I thought I just had that question in. A bit of a trick one, but no. Here we go, question 15. 6 to go. Which two places in England are mentioned in the dialogue in The End of the World? And the answer is Manchester and Ipswich. Okay? Manchester and Ipswich. Question 16. In New Earth, the Doctor met the Duke of Manhattan in New York, who was the first person the Doctor met for the first time he visited New York. Right, and the answer is Morton. I think, yeah, Morton Dill in the Chase. Right, Morton Dill in the Chase. I'll bring it over a bit so I don't have to stretch over, because it does look bad when I'm sort of off camera. Might as well make this an audio. Well, there again, you probably want it as an audio, so you don't have to look at my silly face. But my voice is a bit more appeasing than my actual face features. So anyway, moving on. Are you ready for question 17? In Gridlock, the Doctor describes Gallifrey as having a burnt orange sky. In which previous story was this fact established? And the answer is The Sensorites. Remember that one? Black and White Days, 1964. It was mentioned in that, so there you go. And I can prove it because I had a look myself. That's why I had to go rummage through all the classics and see what questions I could come out. So I made these questions up. I know that's why they're so crap and you can't understand what the hell I'm talking about, but I do my best. Right, so that's the answer to that. It was the Sensorites. Question 18. 3 more to go. Thank God for that. According to Stephen Moffat, the then Doctor Who showrunner, he recently did a Doctor Who magazine interview in silence in the library, Forest of the Dead. Who might Dr. Moon be? Remember that character? He was played by some black guy, a very good actor, but I can't remember his name. I do apologise if you think I'm a sort of I'm judging him by his appearance, but I'm not. I'm not racist, all right. I promise you that I'm not. I've got a lot of black friends out there, I'm telling you. So they wouldn't be pleased with me if I was. Put it that way. I'll probably have my head chopped off. Right. I'm talking bollocks, and so it's all a bit of fun. That's why I enjoy doing this. Right, question. So where was it? Yeah. So I want to know, according to Stephen Moffat, in a recent interview for Doctor Who magazine, in silence in the library and Forest of the Dead, who might Dr. Moon be? Right, here we go. Dr. Moon is an upload of the final incarnation of the Doctor. There you go. That's the answer. Right, question 19. Thank God we're coming to the final two. What links a small girl seen in a photograph in Blink and the TV series Last Tango in Halifax? Remember that? It had Derek Jacobi in. Remember him? He played the Master before John Sim took it up because they wanted a younger model. They didn't want Derek Jacobi at all. That's why they regenerated him. So anyway, the answer is, we were told that Kathy, I've got the answers here, that Kathy Wainwright, something like Nightingale, named her youngest, yeah, that's right, Sally Nightingale was the character's name in Doctor Who. We're told that Kathy Wainwright named her youngest child Sally, which makes her Sally Wainwright, which also the name of the writer of The Last Tango in Halifax. So the writer was also called Sally. What a load of... You're thinking, what the fucking hell am I doing? What is he talking about? Yeah, but I mean, I must admit, when I made these questions up, I just didn't bloody know what I was. I thought, yeah, can I do that? Is it going to be possible to say it? Am I going to get it out right? I just wanted to make this quiz interesting. It bloody is now, isn't it? Right, I'm on to the final one. So that was the answer for that. I'm not going to go through that again. Sod that for a laugh. This is the final question. Thank God I've reached the end of it. Question 20. The husbands of River Song, River asks the Doctor if he remembers that time when there were two of you. In which story is she referring to? She gave that interview. That's obviously the actress who played her. She gave the interview, Alex Kingston, sorry, for Doctor Who magazine. And what was she referring to? And the answer is, River is referring to last night, a mini episode including as a bonus extra on the series 6 DVD and Blu-ray. So there you go. That's the answer. Whether you understood it or not, I have no idea. But it's a bit of fun, right? So it's a bit of fun. But I managed to get the questions out as well as my answers. Only just, what a disaster! But anyway, I felt that this had gone long enough, this Doctor Who Super Quiz, so I had to do it today. I had to do it right now. I know I'm knackered because I've been around my groups. But anyway, that's it. That's all 100 questions answered with the answers to go with them. You can watch these videos again, but why bother? But if you're really pissed off or depressed, watch the videos, they make you laugh anyway. So anyway, that's over now. So congratulations if you did better than I did, which is more than one. And basically, I'll probably do another quiz, but not as bad as this. I'll keep it short, you know, I'll do about 5 questions. Because it's the only way to do it, actually. I tried to be too ambitious, but it showed in it that I'm not really a compere at all, but I like having a laugh, so there you go. So that's it. That's the end of my Super Doctor Who quiz, for what it was worth. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I didn't. But anyway, some news to tell you about now. I've got another video coming out in probably the next few hours. It's going to be on another calendar, Marvel calendar. This one's about villains, so look out for that in the next few hours. And also, I'm pleased to tell you I've just achieved my 5th and 6th resolutions. That if you've been watching me videos and watching me on Facebook, Twitter and all that, at the beginning of the year I mentioned that I want to complete 10 of them, and 4 of them I've already got. I've got 100 subscribers on this channel. That's brilliant. I've got 300 followers on Twitter. I've got 100 followers on Instagram, and I've got 150 groups on Facebook. And now I had another 2 completed. It's to do with me exams. I've got the certificates. They're in the drawer. I'll make a video and show you them and everything when I've got my head together, because I'm going to go to bed in a minute. It's about 7:45 in the morning. So, and the other one was writing a script, and I went and paid for it to be typed out so it could all be sort of understood. You know, the way I scribble and everything, it's a complete mess. But the typist has put it right for me, and it looks really good, and I won't mind showing you that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably give you read an extract from it, tell you what it's about, what the script is. I'll give you an idea. It's a science fiction one, but I won't go into that at the moment. And the idea is I'll send it off to the BBC and see what happens. So, but that was my resolution, to write out a script and send it off to the BBC. That's all it was, and that's what I'm going to do. I'll get it recorded delivery. I also got painting on it, so I've paid for that. I think it's you have to go to solicitors, and they do a bit of research to make sure there's nothing similar to it, and you have to pay them. I think I paid them about 40 quid, I think it was, for them to sort of proofread it to make sure they did their research, left it with them, and then I got it typed out. Even though they're very clever, they understood it. So anyway, it's done now. I've got protection on it, so the BBC can't nick it. Not as if they wanted to, but I did send one out 10 years before. I'm not going to tell you what it was, because you know, it's pointless now. But I've still got the copy of that somewhere in the cupboard, but I don't know where to look for it. It's probably in a suitcase. But it's in my suitcase here. Let me just show you quick. This is the one I've got here. This is all my work that I do when I write and type and stuff. I do typing, but I wanted to pay somebody to do it for me this time, because it's a lot quicker. It'll take me probably the amount of stuff I've been doing on it. Because it's an action, there's plenty of action. So it was, if this was done in the BBC format, they'd have to do it on the outside, not in a studio. Plenty of explosions and stuff in it. Anyway, never mind. So I'll do some videos on them as well. That'll be coming up another time. But I'll look out for my video in a couple of hours, which will deal with my Marvel calendar on villains. So anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, because if you could last this long listening to me burble on, then you really are amazing, I'm telling you. Anyway, that's me out of here. I'm going to go to bed because I've been up all night. Like I said, I've been putting tons of stuff on my group, so I've got 150 out there now. I've been on Twitter, I've been on on Instagram, I've also gone on Podbean, that's the audio section of the social media, and basically I am knackered. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. You probably won't watch it till later on, and probably want to fast forward it because you want to skip out the crappy bits, the grisly bits, me talking, and that means that's the end of the video. So anyway, thank you very much, seriously. I appreciate all the subscribers that have subscribed to this channel. I'm very grateful for that. It's been a fantastic year for me so far. We're into February now. January was fantastic, and February has got off to a great start. So anyway, look after yourselves. I'll see you soon, and bye for now.